tough way for that game to end. What was the difference tonight, particularly down the stretch, do you guys think?
Turnovers were definitely the difference. I mean, just a quick look at the stat sheet. I mean, they got 9 more shots than us. I mean, and they turned the ball over 8 less times. I mean, especially, we made some crucial ones down the stretch, and that's something we pride ourselves on team, and coach has been really emphasizing, and that's turning the ball over 18 times in league play against good teams. It's going to be hard to win.
For either of you guys, does that surprise you that this team, knowing you've had turnover issues in the past, comes out in this game, big game at home, matters a lot in the standings, and then has a game that you have 18 turnovers?
I mean, yeah, I think it surprised me, just because that's something we pride ourselves on each and every day in practice, and we really focus on during the games, keeping up with how many turnovers we do have. So I don't think it's something we obviously expected to happen, but I think the defense, as far as Providence defense, had us a little confused on offense, and so we weren't making decisions that we usually make in games. So,
can you elaborate on the confusion that they caused?
I mean, I just felt like our flow of the offense wasn't the same as it usually was. As far as when we went man offense, it was hard for us to get movement, and when we actually did run it, we actually did start getting movement towards the end of the game when we got a couple buckets and cut the lead. But as far as our zone offense, we were pretty stagnant, and it had us going down to the shot clock pretty much every possession, which was in favor of Providence. So,
did you want to add anything to that, Ryan?
Last 3 games at home, you guys have made these late runs. Why do you think that you have struggled to get off and kind of sustain that style of basketball throughout the whole game, that you put yourselves in a situation where you have to kind of throw it all on the line late?
I mean, I guess the easy answer is because we've been down. I mean, that's what you have to do when you're down. I mean, I think that's, my first, once I was starting to process the game, that was kind of my first thought after the game, as far as, why we make these runs, and hopefully we can take something from that. But I mean, at the end of the day, we just have to, we got to be up, late, especially against teams at home, and so that's really the main focus.
Ryan, did you feel like you got that one big 3 down the stretch, but then they were kind of like glue on you? That point on, were you able, do you feel like, to get a good look in the last couple minutes, or were they really, just tightening up on you? Yeah,
I mean, their coach was yelling at them to face guard me. I mean, I heard them yelling at it down the sidelines, but I think I had 1 or 2 looks that I could have taken. I ended up just making the one more pass. So I'll look at it on film, whether I maybe should have taken it or not, given the situation. But I think I made the right play, and they were just trying to not let me shoot.
I know you guys really try to move to the next game after a game, but what's kind of the temperature of the morale in the locker room after a game like this?
We just got to stay positive. It's a long season, and obviously no one wants to experience the losses, but at the same time, I think there's a lot of teaching points to be made in practice tomorrow and moving forward as we prepare for Marquette. So, I think we can't dwell on the loss for sure, because then before we know it, we'll be playing again, and we may come out with the same type of energy that we had tonight. So it's just about learning from our mistakes and just building on it towards the future.